music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. I have not checked the sound today, so let's hope y'all can hear me. So, I am Jade. This is Jade's Corner. This is my review for Young and Pregnant. This is season 1, episode 8. Tonight's lipstick is Urban Decay. The color is Heroin. I have not done my nails over yet. Y'all know I'm so slow. I've been just tired and busy. I promise I'm gonna do them whenever. It is called Heroin. It's a dog lipstick. I do like it. Y'all know I like my dogs. And yeah, I'm in the process of I'm going to get all Kat Von D's colors, but to get all 44, it's like $1,000, and I don't want to spend $1,000 today, but hopefully within like a month, I'll get, my Kat Von D colors. Anywho, yeah, Young and Pregnant. I thought it was going to be the season finale because I was trying to figure out how many episodes it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be 10 episodes and then probably the reunion. I thought today was going to be the season finale and then the next 2 episodes were going to be the reunion, but tricks on me because right now, like on my DVR, it has it up to episodes 10. So, and I know they're not going to do a 1-part reunion with 5 people. That's just not going to happen. So, we shall see. But tonight's episode was really, really good. Honestly, it was. I'm like hiccup. I have to drink all much of water. Let me move this up. Y'all know I'm not even. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I was just watching T.S. Madison a little bit, so I'm just kind of discombobulated. It's hot now here in Michigan. We in like the 70s, so I got the fan on. I refuse to cut my air conditioner on to knock any kind of heat off. It's crazy. Anywho, so we're gonna start off with Kayla and Stefan. Kayla is still stuck and maybe we can be a couple. You know what I'm saying? We see how she's saying that, the baby's like 2 weeks old and he has not been coming around consistently. He comes around when he wants to, the same way he came around when her ass is pregnant. And I have to remind people that the same person a person was before you got pregnant or before you married them, before you got with them or whatever, it's the same person they're typically going to be once a baby's here, once whenever it happens. And Stefan, for like a slight second, for like maybe 3.7 seconds when he was holding that baby in the hospital and we was crying over that baby in the hospital, I'm like, oh, maybe he gonna change his ways and maybe he will step up and be a father every day, all day. Not Stefan. No ma'am, no sir, no thank you. He was like, nope, I gotta go play basketball. And that's kind of the same thing he doing right now. We see her talking to her mom because her mom was going out of town for a week on a cruise. So it's going to be the first time she's going to be home alone with her own baby. And so, of course, she's saying she's nervous. But I think no matter how old you are, you will always be nervous with your child for the first time by yourself. It's just a part of it. So, her mom was just talking to her like, do you think, I think she asked, do you think y'all are getting back together? No. How he has not been coming around as much and how they working on things. And Kayla was saying, well, sometimes it seems as if we're going to get back together because sometimes we act like that. Because, sometimes he'll say how, oh, we'll make a beautiful daughter. Girl, that don't mean, he had a baby with you the first time y'all in a couple. So, just because he's planning on kids don't mean he planning on to really being with you. That just really mean he planning on sleeping with you. It's a difference. She said, but at times, he also just act like they're not going to be together. I'm still confused. Why don't she I just think when a person becomes a parent, I just always wish that when anybody, male or female, when they become a parent, the common sense switch clicks on, and then things that you put up with when you were young and dumb and digmatized, you don't put up with that once the child is here. It's just crazy. So, we see that whole thing. We then see her mom was gone. Her mom been gone for a couple days, so Stefan is at the house, which is to me is stupid because he not much of a help if you ask me. And she's saying how, he been there for a couple days with her, but however, he been sleeping downstairs and she been sleeping upstairs with the baby. So she said she felt like she's like, I'm exhausted because I've been with him the whole night and Stefan downstairs sleeping like a goddamn baby. Well, honey, put him the hell out. That's what I would do. So they in the car going somewhere and they arguing because she is upset because she's cranky. So he like, you keep being mean or whatever, you keep acting funny, what's wrong with you? She's like, I'm exhausted because I was up with the baby all night. And then he like, well, okay, whatever. And because he wants to go out tonight, and she asked like, well, can you reschedule and go out tomorrow because I'm really exhausted tonight, so I just, could you help me out? And he got all pissy. He was oh so upset. It was crazy because he won't switch a damn day of partying. And, he like, I've been planning to go out for a whole week. I can't believe you trying to, all this last minute shit. And, but I'm like, you've been planning to go out for a week with your son, only 3 weeks old. So my thing is, are you not, because I don't know any real parent that like make plans to go out and shit within the first couple weeks of their child being born. You just don't do that. You're a fucking parent, bruh. So I'm like, for you to be like, well, I've been planning to go out for a week. One, that means you ain't got no money, and you've had to plan this because you got to get your stuff situated. Two, it shows that you don't care about your child because she's saying to you, I'm exhausted from taking care of our child. Instead of going out tonight, can you go out tomorrow night? Just so I can get, I can get some rest. For you to not be like, you know what? All right. I've been planning to go out, I'll just switch it tomorrow. Because as a parent, that's what you do, bruh. That's what you're supposed to do. Not Stefan, he ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? He then, because he like, they got to the house, they was arguing in the car. My thing is, I think he driving her car. You can't yell at me and get mad at me and have an attitude with me and you don't have your own car, bruh. Not at all. Because then he get out the car and he's slamming the car door. It's like, don't be slamming the car door with the baby in the car. First of all, I would say, get the fuck on. Bye, be going, because this ain't even your car. You know what I'm saying? You can't slam a car door that ain't your car, bruh. Not at all. So when he comes back, he's saying how, I told you on Sunday I wanted to go out and you on this last minute shit, I was going out and today Wednesday, so why would you wait till the day of? I'm like, your complaints don't matter at all. They really don't. And she like, well, I'm just saying to you that I'm exhausted. I need your help. And she like, because I just feel like that you ain't doing nothing. And you saying you going out, but you're not really doing nothing. And what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? And she like, I'm taking care of a baby. He like, whatever. I help too. At this point, Stefan, you look so much like a fuck person. Like, just you look like a piece of crap. I mean, you really, really do. Because you're literally arguing with the girl or the mother of your child. Because she's saying she's tired. Can you help her with the baby? I mean, it's stupid. It's the stupidest argument ever. I feel like it's stupid on his part. Also on hers. Only because when he flipping out and being dumb, I'm not finna even argue with you, bruh. Because it's at this point, fuck you. Whatever, go away. You know what I'm saying? You just don't let someone make you consistently be upset, and she's allowing him to make her consistently upset, and it's just crazy. So she then says, you know what, I think we need to just come up with a schedule so that way we don't have these issues. If it's a schedule, you have to tell him you're supposed to be here, and it's vice versa, whatever. And then he like, you know what I'm saying, that's why we can't be together. I'm a hustle for my son. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do for my son. And I'm like, I don't even think at this point she's talking about money. Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm like, well, one of them, you ain't got no job, so you're trying to hustle for some money, but whatever. He like, we always arguing, and right now you should know that it's not about us. It's about him. We not getting back together, and you know what I'm saying, I'll do what I need to do for my son. And I'm like, but you saying that it's all about your kid, but she's asking you for help with your kid, and you're arguing with her. Stupid. So at that point, he like, I feel like you really only want me to be here so that you can look me in my face. And that's a part of it too. And she does admit, she's like, you know what, it is tough for me because we were together for so long and now we get together, so it is hard for me sometimes. But you know what I'm saying? And I like how she admitted that. And it probably is a little bit that she wants to get back with him. We know that is clearly the case, but however, as long as she not asking you, hey, can you come lay in the bed with me and be with me and let's be together. If she's saying, can you stay here and help me with the baby because I'm tired, which means let me get some fucking sleep, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Until she's like pulling at you and nagging at you to come be with her, whatever, leave her be. I mean, yes, she do want that boy around, and I think that is stupid. So he was, 45% correct in his assessment of one of the reasons that she want him around. But at the end of the day, y'all still have a kid. She's still a young mother, and she still don't know what she's doing, so to speak. Her mama gone, so why can't you just shut up and pitch in? And like I said, until she asks you for some dick, leave that girl be and quit acting like you the best thing on this earth and that she just wants you so bad. Shut up, Stefan. Lexi and Kyler. Their situation is so simple to me. I mean, I feel like they don't need to be on another season if we get a season 2 of this particular show, only because I feel like they don't even care that they have a baby. It's everything is so nonchalant. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's like they in La La Land, and I mean, we see how she in the bathroom putting on her makeup, and he come over and he said how wherever he work at now, he's like, he prevent kids from drowning, but he don't save them. Like, yeah, they drown. I told their parents. I'll be like, well, bro, what? He asking her like, what's she gonna? He said, how you gonna go to school like online or whatever to finish school? And he said, well, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's both their senior years. So he won't graduate this year because of the job stuff, and he has not entered into like whatever little online program to finish. And she said like when she graduates, she wants to either go to cosmetology school or to mortician school. And I said, well, now that's a hell of a combination. Like, you either want to deal with dead bodies or people's faces and hair. I mean, I was like, okay. But the funny part was when she was putting her makeup on, she do look like she was dead. Like, she looked pale, like it was some dead people makeup. Anywho, all we really seen was her going to cheer at school. She's back cheering, and she was happy. Her mom, her grandma, her stepdad brought the baby to the game that she cheered at. Her grandma was saying, well, how much longer can she cheer? And she said, oh, well, until she graduates, and after she graduates, she can't cheer anymore. And grandma was like, well, that's that's not fair. That's upsetting, or that's sad, or whatever. And I'm like, but she's a high school cheerleader. Like, how long did you think a person in high school was? No one gets to cheer for the high school when they graduate. No one. Okay. Anyway, I was confused when she said that's crazy. I said, well, that's how high school goes. I mean, if she wants to cheer some more, she should start a cheer team. You know what I'm saying? She can get a job as a cheering coach. But I mean, she can go to college and be on a college cheer team. Those are your options. I don't know if the mortuary school got a cheering section. I mean, I don't think they do. Cause no one cheers the funerals. So I don't. Anyway, getting distracted. So, she was also saying how, because her mom was asking like after the game if she like heard, because she walked the baby around, the baby was with the coach or whatever, and her mom asked like, did you see anybody or hear anybody like kind of snickering or talking or talking about you, whatever as she said she felt while she was pregnant. And she said, no, I didn't see any of that. I really feel like that was all in her head. I feel like she felt like people were consistently talking about her. I think when someone is pregnant, for like the first day you see them pregnant, you look and you're like, oh, wow, they're pregnant. And then after you realize they're pregnant, you don't think about it anymore. I mean, she made it seem as if every day she was just the talk of the high school. And I mean, like, it was just so, it was in all newspapers, and it was just, Scooby-Dooby-Doo out here trying to figure out the mystery of who knocked her up. It was all these, and I'm like, I think it was more in her head than, anything else, because it's just crazy. So from there, we do see her talking to her mom, and her mom was asking her like, well, I see that Kyler isn't spending the night as much or isn't being around as much because he's working. His job is an hour away now. So her mom asked like, well, are you guys talking about maybe getting a place or something like that, or like living together? And then she said, well, no, we haven't talked about it at all, but I do think we're going to save up to live together. Her mom said, do you really think that? That's Lexi's world. But I said to myself, but you asked her the question. Like, I would see if you asked her, have you and him made any kind of plan to do anything? And then she said, yes, I think maybe we can like move in together, like be together, like have a house. if she would have then said, you really think that? But I'm like, you specifically asked her, have y'all talked about moving in together? And then when she said she think it'll happen, you made it seem as if she just in La La Land. I mean, she is in La La Land, don't get me wrong, but you asked her the question and you made fun of her answer when you know your daughter is kind of just cuckoo about this boy. So we had that whole part. I thought I saw Stella again. I almost panicked, but I was just tripping. Her mom, from there we see her mom telling her that she needs to be on birth control. Like, I need you to be on birth control. You shouldn't have any more kids. I'm worried that if y'all do like live together, like be together, whatever, you're gonna get knocked up again. She's like, Mom, I'm not, I'm gonna be on birth control. Her mom was like, you said the same thing last year, and now it's the baby year. She's like, I love my grandson. I love Tobias. I couldn't picture life without him. However, you said last year that you was gonna be on birth control, be responsible, and then you got pregnant. And she's like, no, she's like, no, Mom, we can't even do anything right now. And she said, I know, that's the exact reason why I let him be here at this time, because you can't have sex right now. She was like, but after the fact, I'm still concerned. She's like, you just have to be sure that you're on birth control, that you do not get pregnant again. And then she said, well, no, we are, because, neither one of us want more kids right now. Hence why I say Lexi is in La La Land, and her having this baby to her, I think she feels as if it hasn't changed her life at all. Like, I don't think her being pregnant has woken her up at all, because she still seems just so nonchalant about the whole thing. Last on Anthony Barr's last. Jade and Stefan. So Jade whole thing, was Jade, her boyfriend, her baby, the grandma, and her mama and her daddy, all living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Jade is over it. Jade is tired of it. She just wants her place back. Her Sean is over it as well. And it's kind of crazy. She said how her mother never asked to live there. Her mother just called like one night saying, can they come there for like a night? And that was it. And she said that was 2 weeks ago. And, she kind of just wants her house back. And it's hard for me to kind of, because me and my mom, if my mom, for whatever reason, was on hard times and needed to come live with me, I wouldn't care. Yes, come here, take my room, okay? Get comfy. I will sleep with, I would do that for my mom. But I feel like some people have completely different relationships with their parent. And that's when, because the way she like kind of wants her parents out, I'm like, they don't have that kind of relationship. It's a different situation. And also I feel like it doesn't seem as if her mother and father were stable beforehand, like they were living in a motel before. So it seems as if they've been down on their luck for a while, and it's not like, we were being responsible and then we lost our jobs and we kind of like just fell on hard times. It seemed as if they've been on hard times and they just haven't caught up. But that's how people get homeless. It really, really, really is. So it's kind of hard to say that Jade is right or wrong, because you're supposed to always take care of your parent. But I can understand a person who does not have that kind of closeness with their parent, or if their parent just isn't trying to be responsible and their parent is just saying fuck life and fuck being responsible, I'm gonna lay from couch to couch, from floor to floor, and not try to get myself together. And I can keep saying, well, I hope that you one day fall on hard times, as a way for people to feel guilty and let you stay. I feel like that's what her mom kept doing in this particular episode, because Jade asked for a key back. Her mom had got the key to the house. So Jade said, I need my key back. She said, because Jade said, you don't live here, so you don't need a key. Like, you don't need a key because this is not your house. And again, I understand that. Like, me and my family and my siblings, like, we all have keys to, like, my mom has a key to my house and my sister's house. My brother lives in Chicago, so we don't have a key to his house. But he has a key, but we all have keys to my parents' house. And we always have. We've always been able to kind of sustain our own parts of living, so having a key wasn't about coming and going and staying and like, because we had nowhere to go. So for Jade, she's like, y'all don't live here, y'all homeless. I don't want y'all having a key, because if you have a key, you feel like you have the right to come and go as you please. So her mom is pissed because she asked for the key back. And I would never do that to you, and I would never lock you out of our house when you live there. Da, da, da. And I think Jade felt guilty at that moment, but at the same time, she didn't feel guilty. I feel like, because she said, like, y'all never asked to stay here. Y'all came for a night and just kind of never left, and just kind of took over my daughter's room, and it's been a couple weeks now, and I feel like, this is what I feel like Jade feel. Because she said, I'm the only, she's like, there's 4 adults in this house, and I'm the only one working. And I don't think it was all the way aimed at Sean. She said it to Sean. I don't think it was all the way geared at him, because before her parents moved in, he did that, as he said, so that he can be a stay-at-home dad and she can go to work. I think because her parents have been there for 2 weeks, and maybe she don't see them trying to get better or get on their feet, she's pissed off even more. So, she's like, you make me feel like I'm a bad person. And you know what I'm saying? So because her mom and them is coming like, nah, we gonna pack our stuff fine. We ain't gotta stay here. And I'm like, see, it's that little bit of guilt. And then she says, like, I hope that you never fall on hard times. You have to be, you need help or something like that. Which made Jay say, well, okay, I didn't mean like that. Y'all can stay. I heard you see her mom, when she said that, her mom calmed all the way down. Because she was feeling all pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Fuck this, I don't need this shit. To, oh, I can stay now. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. And I ain't going to argue with you. So I feel like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? She kind of just playing her. And I know that's crazy because it's her mom. It's her mom, but you can tell they don't have that kind of relationship. And I feel like even with you have to want a person to consistently get better. And if you are on hard times and you've been living for 2 weeks straight, you shouldn't be going out hanging out. You should be going out trying to find a job or find somewhere to live. Like, why would you want to sleep on the floor of your daughter's, of your granddaughter's room? You basically you made your granddaughter not have her own room. That's what you did. So why wouldn't you want to try to, better yourself or whatever? So I think that's the reason Jade is getting so frustrated. Because they've been there for a couple weeks and they ain't did shit besides just be there. They ain't went out on no job. They ain't did nothing at all. Just lay around and do whatever. So, her and Sean went on a little walk, and Sean and said, look, it's your parents. I don't like it either, but I can't make them leave. It has to be your decision. Honestly, I think he said that for one, because the apartment probably in her name, and 2, she is only working adult in there. So I think he feel like he can't say, yeah, they should get out, because I think if he felt like if he said that, she would kind of turn on him a little bit, like, what you mean they got to get out? You don't even pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? So he's just kind of saying, it's on whatever you want to do. I'm going to support you no matter what you do and what you say. But you do say, like, lay down some ground rules, you know what I'm saying? And then if they can't follow them, then, ask them to leave. And I said, I think that's kind of fair. We do see Jade meet with her mom at the end, and she's trying to kind of just say, hey, like, maybe you guys had, like, some goals or, like, a date that you wanted to be out. It would give y'all something to look forward to and give y'all something to work towards. Meaning, y'all been here and y'all just here. And because I haven't said, like, y'all gotta be out by this time, y'all ain't trying to do anything. Y'all don't have a goal to reach. Y'all just sitting around, eating all my damn Jello, drinking all my water up, you know what I'm saying? And her mom was offended, like, again, she's the same thing. You better hope you don't lose your job. And I'm like, see, it's the same thing. Because she then said, because if y'all ever need to come stay with us, I would treat you how you treating us. And she said, how am I treating you? I give you money, not money. We feed y'all. You stay in there. You in my daughter's room sleeping. Like, I'm not treating you bad. It's like, I'm just trying to say that, you need something to obtain, like, to get I want you to get stable, to get your own house or whatever. And I'm like, that was valid. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as if Jade was saying get out and be homeless. She was saying, like, get up and get out and get something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I'll be talking for 20 minutes and I've been so thirsty. So, again, Jay's like, I'm trying to help you. Your own sister said that you should go to a homeless shelter. And I said, damn. So she like, you get mad at me for being honest with you, and I'm the only one helping you. Because think about it, you had to come here because when you went to somebody else, they said go to a homeless shelter. Because think about it, Jade's grandmother, we know she's in the picture somewhere, but I guess her mom gonna go stay with her. And then to find out now her sister also said we'll go stay at a homeless shelter. I think it's because they are typically kind of just going from house to house to house, and they're not trying to do better. Because people do lose their job. People sometimes do need help from family. We know that happens. I think it just seems like Jade, mama, and daddy, you know what I'm saying, is that them family members who don't ever do nothing, and they always like live in the back room with your grandma's house, and they got their own room, and they just back there just doing nothing, eating up all the chicken and stuff, getting a big piece of chicken, and drinking up all the Kool-Aid. That's what it is. So at this point, Jade is pissed, the mom is pissed, and Jade is like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm going home. And she kind of just walks away because she says she feels as if her mother isn't listening to her. And her mama not. She really isn't, but it is what it is. Brianna and Danae. I followed, but I didn't follow, but I went and saw Brianna's Instagram. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Anywho, Brianna has decided to move out with Danae because she says she wants to be with him every day. Typical young, stupid girl. Trust me, I know. So they're going to look at a house or whatever. It's like a 1-bedroom house. It looked really small. They said it was like $585 a month. And the funny thing was, when the guy said how much the rent was, both Danae and Brianna looked as if that was expensive and they couldn't really afford it. I'm looking like, well, can y'all afford it? Because he said, yeah, it's $585 a month. The security deposit is also $585. He like, how's your credit? And then they said, I don't have any. And then he said, yeah, because you got to have good credit to live here. So, fill this application, put both your information on it, and we'll see if you get approved. And then he's like, oh, how old is the baby? And she's like, oh, 2 months. And he's like, oh, it's a newborn. You probably should stay at home. When an old man tell you something, you should listen. Because some of them old men be knowing stuff, and they be like, it be old wisdom. I'm telling you the truth. Not all of them, not some of them. But what he said was honest to God truth. So I was just like, whatever. But I laughed when Danae said, I don't have any. I wondered if she thought he meant like credit cards and not like credit. Get it? Credit cards ain't got none. Anywho, so we see that whole thing. Now she goes back to see her mom to like pack up her stuff or whatever, because they have to move. And her mom was like, are the utilities on? Do y'all have furniture or whatever? Like, yeah, we got like a table this and a table that, and a TV, like some real basic stuff. Like we got an ottoman, a coffee table, a TV. Like I was like, they have nothing, but they feel like I got everything. They got each other. So her mom's like, all the utilities are on. She's like, yeah, lights, gas, all that stuff. Yes, it's on. She's like, you gonna make sure that it stays on? Yes, mom. And you could tell her mother then said, like, I don't want you to leave, but you know what I'm saying, this is what you want to do, so it is what it is. And I felt like she was asking her those questions because she like, I don't want you being in this, because they went in the place where they got approved to go was like in a really bad neighborhood, because they didn't get the one apartment. They got denied for that, so they had to go to this bad neighborhood was the only place they can go to get an apartment. So the mom was also worried because of the area. And she's like, before you said that when they lived over there, you was upset or you were scared about, that area, and now you're over there, so so I'm just worried that you're putting yourself in a environment that isn't safe. And she's like, we'll be fine, it is what it is, it's okay. I'll be real mad if I was talking all this time and the volume was off. So her mom even brings up how what was she saying? Well, she knows for the utilities and how she didn't think she was being safe. Oh, because then Brianna's like, I just don't have anything to say about that. And the mom was just being a concerned parent. They're saying how, because I'm like, you're leaving home to go live with your boyfriend who is crazy a little bit. It's a little bit crazy. And you're taking your newborn baby and you're 17. Like, it's, it's kind of crazy. But, she said, I didn't want you to move out, but your relationship, it's just too much for me, and you chose to leave. I honestly thought Brianna was gonna stay, and then Danae was gonna move, get somewhere stable, and then Brianna would come over there later. I'm very surprised that Brianna left, but she's also young and just addicted and to this man, and it's just a lot. So we see them go to the new place, and the first thing I noticed is when they were scanning the kitchen or whatever, I said, first of all, the kitchen sink, the knobs look dirty, and that kind of made my skin crawl a little bit. But then when I saw it had roach bait on the counter, I said, that means it has roaches. And I feel like roaches and newborn babies just don't go together, because a roach oh my god, I just can't do it. But that's what you get sometimes when you live in certain neighborhoods. They have roaches. It is what it is. Roachgate. So, you know, they feel like they just have what it takes to just be there, and they're happy. You also see how, because she's, what did Danae say? Danae said, what was it, Danae or Brianna? Because it was a bad neighborhood, and they said they had to take what they can get. But I'm like, no, y'all could have been respectful to her mama and just about them rules, and y'all wouldn't have gotten put out. You don't have to be there. I feel like Danae and his actions caused that big fight, as Brianna said, and then Brianna, being young and dumb after the fact, forgave him, and now she's caught up in the mistakes that Danae made. So Danae got to tell her mama, couldn't stay there anymore, and so for that reason, now Brianna got to tag along on this damn adventure. It's like fucking Dora the Explorer. It's crazy. And as they sitting there, Danae said, you know what, I should just adopt him. And Brianna said, what? She's like, you know, what'd you say? And he said, well, yeah, I should adopt him, but you would have to be 18, because, you know, you have to be 18 to let someone adopt, you know, for this stuff. And you can tell Brianna wasn't for that shit at all. I mean, she played it off, because she said, oh, you've been researching, huh? See? And he said, yeah, you know, after he was born, I was. And she said, oh, so that's all that you could do after that. Brianna don't want Danae to adopt that baby at all. Even though she said we're a family now and we're happy that we're together, Brianna don't want Danae to have any legal claim over that baby. And you can't tell me no different. She does not, none at all. And you could see in her disposition when he said that, how it made her extremely uncomfortable, because then Danae said, yeah, I can adopt you and then I can just kidnap you, because basically if I'm the legal other parent, I can take the baby and you can't do anything about it. So I think when Danae said that, it also triggered in Brianna's mind, if he adopts him, that's true, he would then have a legal claim over the baby, even if the baby is not blood related to his. And Brianna was like, oh, well, yeah, we can discuss that. Brianna like, bullshit. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, thank you. Ain't gonna happen. No. And, you know, I can't wait to see the reunion, honestly. Ashley and Barr. So there was a whole fight. Okay, we don't see any of the fight at all. Ashley says how, you know, her mom, Barr, and her stepfather sat down to talk about how her parents did not want them to get engaged, and her mother ended up arguing. And she said then out of that, Barr and the stepfather started fighting, not fighting, but like it got pretty heated to where the police had to be called. She even said Barr took it too far. You know, had the police not came, it probably would have escalated to something physical. How he was going crazy, pulling the shirt off, trying to literally fight her parents. And there comes a time in every person's life to where you have to figure out what you're gonna put up with. And I think this is the main reason why Mama Pastor said he ain't ready to marry my daughter, and I'm gonna say no. And I feel like Ashley is blind to the fact that right now she may love Barr. Barr may be great 85% of the time, but Barr still got that 15% of roughness around his edges that needs to be rounded out before he's ready to be anybody's husband. And Ashley can't see that because she's just in love with him, and she just accepts him for his good, the bad, and everything in the middle, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But you can love someone and know we not ready to be married, like, at all. So not only that, you can't ever in your life raise up against my parents. Like, that just does not happen. I don't care how pissed off I am at my mom if I'm arguing with her. You sit your monkey ass down and you shut up. Okay? You don't raise up against my parents. And I feel like that's the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed that Ashley didn't do, even though she's saying how she's disappointed in Barr for his role in it. I feel like she didn't check him good enough once he got out of jail, because yes, he was arrested. So, she says how he was arrested, and then she then had to call his mother to figure out how to get him out of jail because she did not know how to get him out of jail or whatever. So I'm like, that's just it's crazy. She put up her mom put her out. Her mom should have, simply because if you and your man live in my house and you allow him to disrespect my house to the level of you in some ways defending his actions, you got to go too, because you don't even respect me enough to respect our home, and I'm letting y'all live here. So I think her mom should have put her out. Honestly, she should have. We do see Mama Pastor pissed off. She's very upset, but she's also very hurt. Cause she's like, how can you try to fight your girlfriend's parents? That's just batshit crazy, and it really, really is. And she says how Bar can never be in my presence again. I do think they have maybe made peace in some sort of way, because I saw her Instagram, I saw some of Bar's Instagram, and some of Abby's Instagram. I'm not following either, but I saw some of it because she had liked she had sent me a message. The mom did, my Mama Pastor. This time she saw me and she liked it or whatever. So I, saw a little bit of her stuff and saw theirs too. So I know for a fact they are all still family like. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look into anything further than that. So things have gotten better, at least a little bit. So the stepdad was even saying, at the end of the day, if he think he's so big and bad, he need to go get his own place to live. And I completely agree. If you big and bad enough to step up to me, because I'm pretty sure Mama Pastor and the stepfather are the ones taking care of the household where you stay. So if you big and bad, well, get your own place, and you don't have to argue with us. But you're arguing with us because you live here in our space, and it's a conversation that we're having. So, we do see her pick Bart up from jail, and she just says how she's upset with him, but also with everyone else, because it escalated too far, and everyone could have done something different. Which I agree that that's probably true. Everyone could have done something different, but at the same time, I would have been like, we live there. Why would you go that far to try to fight somebody? Like, that's fucking stupid, because now we have to go, and they're gonna live. One of his friends has a house or an apartment with an extra room, and they're gonna stay there. So it's basically the same situation, except a different household. They still sharing a room at somebody else's house. And he well, they thinking I'm not ready to marry her, but I love her, and won't nobody stop that. We want to leave from there anyway, wanted to move out anyway, but y'all wasn't ready. Excuse me. At all. Y'all were not ready to move out, so you can't be acting as if this situation came at the right time, because y'all was already wanting to leave. Wanting to move out and being able to move out are two different things. I want to buy a house. I do. I have to wait. I'm planning to buy my house next year. So my thing with them is, you can't just say, oh, we've been wanting to move, but you ain't been planning to do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been putting away no money to do it, because if you were, y'all would have been able to not go to someone. You would have been able to get your own place and not have to go live in someone else's house too. So whatever. We do see him calling his mom, and it's telling her how he gonna propose to Ashley, and that how because she was there for him and she made sure there was money on the phone he can call, and how she worked with her to get him out. He was happy. I feel like on this level right now, Ashley's on my side and your side too, and right now she's kind of against her mom. So this is the perfect time for us to kind of be closer. You know what I'm saying? She gonna really say yes now, because she's also mad at her family too. So she gonna kind of drift to me. Not saying that she doesn't love him, but I feel like the situation where it is currently, of course she gonna say yes, because she you know what I'm saying, it's just her and him. So he do take her to this little restaurant that I think they've been there before in the episode earlier in the season, and he proposes and she says yes. And when he asked her well, are you going to tell your mom? And she says no, that she's not going to tell her mom, that she's going to wait because of everything that happened. And she's like, I'm grown, it's my business, and I don't have to tell her. And I think to say that as if your mom has not been there for you is because you're still stuck in your anger about the situation, and almost to a certain level of you knowing y'all not ready to get married. Because when you're ready to get married and you're okay with being engaged, you're not trying to hide it. You're trying to hide it because you know it ain't the right time. And just hopefully, if they are still engaged, they will be like engaged for like another year. Like, just wait it out. You can get engaged, but don't get engaged and get married in 6 months. Just don't do it, people. Just don't do it. So we do see her go to her mom. I did not mean because we this long. She did go to her mom's house to get her stuff, but of course Bar cannot come in, so he sit in the car. And she had a call in the house, and her mom was like, is Bar outside? Is he out in the car? He can't come in here. She's like, yeah, he in the car. I was like, okay, I'll let you in. So she ended up packing up her stuff. Her mom like, you'll get your furniture? She's like, well, now I have to come back with you hard to get that. You can see her in her room packing up stuff. Her mom in the room, and she's sad and she's crying. And then she go in the room and she closed the door. She talked to Ashley. Now, this is what I said was, this is a real ass mama. This is a real ass mama moment. She tells her, you know what I'm saying? I don't care anything that you need, anything that baby need, I got you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, this breaks my heart that, you know what I'm saying, this is happening, but you have to do what you need to do to live your own life. This is a journey that you have to make on your own. But don't forget, no matter what, I will still kill a motherfucker for you. That ain't never gonna change. I said, that's a mama. Because her thing is, as pissed off as I am at you, I'm still hurt. I didn't want you to leave this house, but you have to, because this is your journey that you have to travel. No matter what happens, no, I got you. And if push on the shove, I'm gonna kill a motherfucker dead for your ass. And I said, that is a true mother moment, where one, you wasn't trying to have the camera see y'all. I think she forgot that she was mic'd, but it's what it is. But you know what I'm saying, that's the kind of real conversation you have with your child when you pissed at them, but you want them to know, I'm gonna let you go, but at the end of the day, I'm still your mama, and I'm still here for you. And I thought that was a beautiful, beautiful way. You hear Ashley say, you hear them both kind of crying. You hear Ashley say, I'm sorry, Mom, because I think Ashley know, in a way, she fucked up, and it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation, but she at a point where she got to play it out. You know what I'm saying? She has to, because she has her own family now. And that's kind of how the episode went off. I did not mean for this to be 40 minutes, people. I swear to God, I didn't. Anywho, that's my review. I'm going to end it right here. Please put your comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.